What's up, guys? So let's see if today is another day of Samsung domination. There is still 2 days left of the fusion, and I'm almost done with it, but I need like one more rare. And basically I can get one from 2 different events. I'll probably do both of the events actually, but I'm kind of close on both of them, so I'm only gonna finish this fusion right at the end, basically. Okay, maybe I can't actually even finish this one, I'm not sure. Those artifact enhancement events can be pretty hard, even when I basically do all of my forge materials just to get silver for it, but yeah. Maybe I'll do the dungeon divers and I'll get it done tomorrow, but it's still gonna be a few days before I can actually start grinding for masteries. I don't know if you guys saw, but I was kind of memeing with this Acresia, and it's not booked. It has, I guess, these masteries, but basically no masteries. And I think he was like level 14 when I did the Nightmare Hydra. I posted the pictures, you can see it in the community. Yeah, level 14. This was full out of it, unbooked, unleveled, and unmastered Acresia. So that's how OP she is for like PV content. But yeah, I know there's been a lot of debate about me not liking to pull her. But the thing is that I was killing Nightmare Hydra before as well. I mean, it was way harder, now it's super easy. Now I can just troll it and still do it easily. But if I did get the PvP champion, that would have been made a bigger deal to me personally, because I would get higher ranks in arena than I could otherwise. But it is still a good pick, and I did pull actually one champion that wasn't pity pull. I got 2 champions in the void pool. So maybe I can get some fun out of Acresia and Tormin, but yeah, let's move on to the grinding. But yeah, after this, just 2 more days, then I will have new more champions to try, but for now it's gonna be the same old ones, because yeah, I just can't farm masteries to anybody. Let me check if my Gala is actually still geared. Yeah, it is good. Here is the Samsung build, by the way. Several people asked. I do try to boss the builds all the time, but yeah. Of course, Cruel 2-piece set is way better than Frostbite, or crit damage, or anything for damage, but for me it was like, I was looking at the Hell Hades optimizer, the damage charts, and if I do this build with this 2-piece Frostbite, it's almost the same damage as my best build with 2-piece Cruel and Lethal. So I would rather go with this one in that case. But if I had as good pieces on Cruel on Samsung, I would definitely use Cruel set instead, but I'll go with this one. The crit damage ascension on the gloves is so big deal, and as you can see, this is pretty good gloves for like HP scaling nuker. It doesn't really get better than that, so it's so hard to actually get good gloves that even many of the like top arena players, they will use gloves that only have 1 or 2 good substats in them. Having 4 good substats and good ascension is like very rare. It's not something that you can ever like assume that you will get with any amount of grinding in this game. And of course, like I said, this isn't like in Savage or Cruel, then it would be a much bigger deal. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I guess I can show some builds quickly, but I do show them on pretty much all of the arena push videos, so you probably don't really need to see them. But yeah, I do get questions about the builds all the time. By the way, this is another question that I have gotten several times, is that why is my Necrotin shield set and not bolster set? Well, bolster set and shield set do stack together, so if you have one champion in the team in bolster, like this Duchess, and then you have another in the shield will stack together with it and also be protected with the shield set effect, so it can't be buff stripped. And yeah, protected, yeah. So I usually use these two together in live arena, and if I were to use my second best bolster set on this Necret, it would be a lot worse than this, because I have 2 pieces of gear with HP ascension. And in this build it is very important to me that the Necret is very low speed. He basically gets 10 speed from faction guardians and nothing else. And yeah, I wouldn't want to use faster bolster pieces, so... But when I do get more bolster gear, I will definitely put him in it, because sometimes it can be an issue, not in Classic Arena, but in Live Arena, that if I do pick Necret and enemy has a buff strip, and I don't pick Duchess, then it can be buff strip, but that doesn't really happen commonly. Kaimar is still very rare even in Live Arena, like, people do hardly use him, so... In Classic Arena he's definitely used more than in Live Arena, yeah. Well, in Classic Arena he's mostly used in Resistance build to counter Warlords in defense. By the way, that's one thing that I got some or many questions about from my Resistance video. I think one important thing that I maybe didn't go into detail in that video is that the builds that people use in defense and offense is very different. So in offense, like when people build something like Duchess or any Reviver in Resistance in defense, they are of course gonna go with their max resistance, and you need very high accuracy if you use accuracy builds in offense, because resistance builds aren't used often, but when they are gonna be like high resistance. But when people build something like Warlord or Yumeko for defense, which isn't that common like in the current meta, like, I mean, you will see Warlord and Yumeko in defense, but in top Platinum Arena during reset you will see very few of them. 1 or 2 years ago, out of top 20 teams, every single one would have a Warlord, but it is very different nowadays. Like, back in those days, people didn't always use nukers, but now everybody is always using a nuker. This crew traxer is kind of squishy, so if I can just survive it, then I should be good. I think he's probably gonna ban my Necret in this team. I kind of lost my train of thought there. What I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so the way it works is that if I build something like Warlord or Yumeko in arena defense, it's not gonna be like... usually they are, almost always they are in fast builds. Of course, if somebody only has one lockout and they use it in defense, it might be in high accuracy builds. But most of the players in top arena, if they do have a lockout champion in defense, it's not gonna be high accuracy. It's either gonna be super fast build, or it might be a resistance build. Building something like Warlord in resistance in defense is something that people do pretty commonly in Platinum Arena. Like, in comparison to how used Warlord is in defense, but they will either be in a speed build or resistance build, and much less commonly will they be in a high accuracy build in defense. So in offense you will need more accuracy, but when you build something in defense, they are not gonna be like high accuracy. Just, it's a bit like, maybe I like explain it in a too complicated way, but yeah. So, and it kind of applies the same thing in Live Arena. Like, in Live Arena, you're probably not gonna use high accuracy lockout champions, because if you just lock out the enemy nukers, it's usually enough. And people aren't really using any revivers in resistance in Live Arena anyway. But yeah, because in Classic Arena, your goal is to win the fight as fast as possible. And you can pick from all of the fights available, and you only pick the easiest fights. And there is nothing like sad or cowardly about that. That's tactics, like, that's how you get ahead in this game, that you pick all of the easiest possible fights that you can do. And that's what everybody pretty much does. Some of the top players, for them it doesn't matter who they attack, so they might attack only people with high points, but practically everybody else, you will just attack the easiest targets that you can find. So when you hit the targets that are the fastest fights and easiest fights, the main thing that you care about is how fast the fights are, and you always want to get the revivers locked out. Because if you don't, then the fight will last a lot longer. But in live arena, you're just it's much more RNG which side wins, and you're kind of trying to gamble with the fights, and you don't care how long the fight lasts as long as you win. But in classic arena, of course, the faster that you can finish the fights, the higher rank you can get usually. Anyway, I kind of talked over this fight, but I wonder what I should have done differently. Maybe I just should have been more lucky with the Ukko. Or I guess he got one-shotted, yeah. I think Samson was the right pick, but I just got killed too fast by his team, and Rotos didn't really get any chance because he banned the Necrot, which I was expecting him to. Well, it's the first fight. Maybe I can get that guy again and try something different. Maybe I should have gone with 2 tanky revivers instead. Maybe I should have used the slow dodges and the Ukko build, but usually when I pick first, I will always go with the fast dodges. Yeah, some of those fast teams can be pretty hard for me because I don't really have a speed threat, and I do have a Necret and Rotos, but those kinds of teams will usually ban either. Those kinds of teams will usually ban either one of them, and then my team won't be super tanky. So let's go with the slow dodges this time, yeah. Let's try something different, because if I'm using the Samson a lot, I don't really need the fast dodges in these fights. And I might pick both of them in some fights, but yeah. I think if I'm setting out to use Initve, then I do want the fast dodges, but if I'm looking to use the Samson, then I don't want it, or I don't need it, so. Yeah, let's go with Ukko, and yeah, let's go with Necret as well. Now I will have a very tanky team. Well, will I have enough damage to finish this fight with Samson? Well, let's give it a go. I mean, I guess I could always even ban something like Siphi. There's no way that he's gonna pick Lockout anymore, it's gonna be 2 nukers, so yeah. I kind of actually do want to ban the Rotos there, I think. Yeah, I'll ban the Rotos. I guess I could pick Init Van, but I don't have the fast dodges. No, let's pick Init Van, ban the Necrot. He has kind of it's a bit scary looking team with a decent amount of empowerment, but we will see. I think he will probably ban my Necrot as well. Either Ukko or Necrot, but I think he will still go with Necrot. He banned my Rotos, that's kind of interesting choice. I think I should be good in this matchup. I mean, well, we will see. Maybe he has like very fast Tiffy that is gonna like lap me very hard and own me. I have kind of had issues against Tiffys. Like against this guy, I should have gone with UDK as well, because I mean I should have picked it earlier in this fight. But if I had UDK, it would be very good against both the Siphi and Rotos, and then maybe I would have banned the Leorios and I would have been very good in this fight. But I already picked those champions that I didn't want to go with UDK in the end. This is kind of weird build in Rotos because he does have the 6-star blessing and bone armor, which is very good for him. But he isn't very high HP, so I think I can still one-shot him. He doesn't even have shield, so I should definitely be able to one-shot him. Well, okay, with defense buff and no attack buff, maybe I can't one-shot him. He does have like multiple different things going on there. Let's try it, but I don't think I actually can. Let's see. Okay, he had Swift Berry. Yeah, not sure about that. I think you lose so much damage if you build Nukers in Swift Berry, so I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. The meta nowadays is so tanky that it is very hard to use Swift Berry Nukers. I almost feel like they could even buff Swift Berry. Give it like, I don't know, 10% ignore defense or something. But yeah, this fight is kind of looking pretty good. I did pick the triple bolster against his Leorio, so there is a high chance for this to happen. And this is what I've been talking about before, that there is some like decent differences between live arena and classic arena in meta, like the metas in those two. In classic arena, people would basically never use Leorios in offense, because every fight you have a chance of losing. Even if it's like an easy fight that you would win with like another like B tier nuker, you still have a chance to lose because of polymorph. But it is used in like, you can still use it in arena defense. Like, I remember that in the last few months, it's kind of gotten less popular now with Maritzka and Taras being so common after the 10x. But there has been many high placements, or I think even some wins with like speed team using Leorios, Lockout, Necret and Duchess. I think many people have been using that exact same team. And yeah, in that team, in defense, when people are taking risks, he definitely does work. And I guess you could say that people kind of use same type of stuff, not the exact same type of stuff, but they do use pretty similar stuff in live arena than they use in classic arena defense. Not so much the classic arena offense, but defense, because people are taking risks. They're using CC champions that can polymorph themselves, and they are often using double reviver. So maybe I would say that the classic arena teams look more like, the live arena teams look more like classic arena defense teams. There is still some differences, but yeah. I'm definitely not saying that it's the same meta in live arena as it is in classic arena, because it's definitely not, especially in classic arena offense, it's very different. So and Leorios is definitely one of the most popular nukers in live arena. I feel like he's still kind of a tier 2 nuker and not really top tier, but he's pretty close to top tier nuker. I'm not sure if that was a mistake. I should have just... I'm kind of trolled myself. I should have just hit either the Siphi or... Okay, Siphi died anyway. I was gonna say that I should have hit Siphi or Rotos, and then ally attack them with Necret, and that would have finished them off, but... If I can just survive this one hit from Leorios, then I should be good. I mean, I can definitely survive it, but probably my Ukko will still die. And I will take some damage. Okay, didn't die. I was kind of expecting more damage. What should I do? I almost feel like I don't want to kill the Leorios. Let's just go with the A3, yeah. Maybe I made a mistake there, but I kind of want to block revive the Leorios, so... I mean, I can always just kill it with another hit as well, but... let's see if that was a mistake. No, actually, I forgot that I had the A2 already out of cooldown. Okay, let's kill the Rotos. Actually, it's totally fine, I mean... Yeah. Yeah, the first fight we lost, but I think it's time to get back into the track. I could have played this fight totally differently. I definitely could have picked UDK instead of Necrat. And if I banned his Leorios, it would have been an easier fight, but I'm okay with this as well. And we're definitely putting Initway in the map. I'm almost certain that... no, I'm certain that some of these people that I fight, after the fight they are gonna start gearing their Initway and rethinking how bad champion he is. It's not like Initway is insanely good, but he happens to have a niche spot in like the live arena meta. Kind of like Gala used to have in Classic Arena. I mean, it's still kind of usable, but not really, because the champions in meta, there isn't a lot of like Rotos teams where you can use Gala like there used to be. But it is kind of similar thing that it isn't really like, on its face, it's not a top tier champion, or even close, but with against the right matchup it can still be good, and that's the same with Initway. People use so much double or triple reviver teams, and they use a lot of like squishy nukers like Rotos or Chorgid, that if you can move faster than them and kill them before they take turn, or if you can just survive and get one hit in, many of these teams you can kind of cheese with Initway. I do hate when people pick UDK against me, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll try something different. Maybe I'll go with both Necrat and... he's definitely gonna ban my Duchess, but let's try it. I'll go with both Necrat and Cardiel. I know it's something that sometimes people in comments keep telling me that why I don't use it, and I keep saying that then my only reviver is gonna get banned. But let's try it against this team. Maybe if he picks some squishy nukers, we can like double ally attack and kill them through this UDK. I kind of should have seen what he actually picks before I do this, but let's give it a shot. Okay, he's gonna pick Blood Cords against me. That's actually not a bad choice, because if he bans the Rotos, then Blood Cords is pretty good. Though, I can just pick Samson against this guy. These champions are like... First of all, it's all Force champions, so Samson is a great choice here for that as well. But yeah, Samson and Rotos, I think there's nothing to even think about here. I think I should be good. I wonder who he's gonna ban, because maybe he's starting to reconsider his life choices right now, that he picked quadruple Force affinity and I'm going with Samson. Okay, I should just ban Hebrak for the memes, right? I should definitely ban him, yeah. Yeah, let's not give him his Hebrak. You wanted to pick quadruple Force affinity, then you have to pay the price. This is kind of funny pick. It's not actually the first time. I think a couple times people even picked 5 Force affinity champions against me because they know my champions, but this is kind of funny. This guy probably skipped the yesterday's Samson video and he didn't see what is coming to him. If I had to guess, I don't think the Blood Cords is gonna have reaction, but it might. I mean, let's see. Probably it's built for the highest damage, but let's see what we can do. Oh, it's in Swift Parry. Okay, he's definitely seen my videos. There's no way that somebody is using Swift Parry Blood Cords. There's no way that that actually happens. So yeah, we have the Duchess in 2-piece Stone Skin. And now that he does Whale, he can't even hit anybody. Not that the Blood Cords could even one-shot any of these champions, to be honest. It's not gonna do enough damage to one-shot anybody. Yeah, I think we got this team pretty easily. Yeah, he kind of... he was trying to counter my Rotos and he forgot about the Samson, I guess. Yeah, he's definitely one episode like behind in my videos, and he needs to catch up for the next time that we meet. If I had like Initve as my last champion, and then he probably would have banned Necret. He was probably aiming for that I pick Initve and Rotos, and the Blood Courts and UDK is gonna have very good matchup against them. Yeah, that has to be the case. He definitely picked this team knowing what champions I do have, but I kind of picked a team that I don't usually use that happened to be a good matchup against this guy. He probably should have banned the... Well, actually I don't think anything that he banned would have made any difference, to be honest. I was thinking that maybe he just lets me pick Rotos and ban Samson, but I would definitely still win that fight in the end. It would be very hard for the Blood Gods to get to use his block revive skill on Rotos, because even if Necret was dead, which wouldn't be... It will be very hard to kill this Necret with the Blood Gods, but even if he was able to do that, then still it would be very hard to block revive Rotos, because it can only do 50% of his damage, and I have constant heals in this team, so... So yesterday I didn't really look at the Reddit, but I think today we have more time to do it. Let's see what Reddit is up to today. I guess we can just... No, okay. Let's not fully out of this. He's still biding his time. Yeah, I don't think he can, even if he doesn't weak it, I think there's no way that he can actually one-shot. Well, he might be able to one-shot Cardiel. Well, okay, not with that damage, but... Wait, he doesn't even have attack buff in this team. Even with attack buff, it will be kind of close if he can one-shot Cardiel, but he definitely can't one-shot anybody else with Blood Cords, even with attack buff, so... should I just full out? Yeah, I just full out. Let's look at Reddit. It will be fine. Maybe... Who should I focus? Okay, let's focus the Ukko. So here is... I love Samson. Unfortunately, I don't have the gear to pull off utilizing him in a nuke build. So mine is built in a provoke set and essentially there to just counterattack and be nuisance with his A1. Works really well. Well, that's something that you can try on. It's definitely... If they have a lot of heals in the team, there's no way that it can finish them, but... If you're not fighting against, like, mega whales, maybe it's a good idea. I mean, I'm still kind of... sometimes I don't have enough damage with the Samson, so... For me, that build definitely wouldn't be enough. I kind of want to see the fight a bit as well, but I'd like to see more of the Reddit. Wait, I can just... I'm so stupid, yeah. I can just do this. Okay, this is kind of a topic that I have been... Sometimes the community managers come to chat in the official raid Discord, and for multiple times that I have seen it in the past few months, I have tried speaking some sense into them and tried to lobby for this thing, but I don't think they really listen to a random player like me. But I actually have pretty hot take about this topic. So he's saying that we should do more champion buffs to make the game balance better and to have like more diverse and interesting meta. And I do feel like there's a lot of like untapped potential in this game, because some champions are just so much better than others that there is no reason to use those like B tier champions in this game, and like 95% of the champions in this game just don't get used, even if they might have unique kits and interesting looks and so on. And there's many champions that would have good synergy with each others and would make for interesting teams, but they are just so much worse than other options that there is never a reason to use them. But I think Plarium is actually going around this in the wrong way. Like, they do a couple champion buffs a year, and most of them are completely irrelevant, but then they make few champions top tier that were like never used category. But actually, I think they should focus more on nerfing them. They don't have to nerf hundreds of champions. They have to nerf just like 10 champions that are completely like 15 times better than the second best options in the game. And if they would nerf those incredibly overpowered champions, like Rotos has been nerfed 4 times. I think there's a few other champions that need to get the Rotos treatment, but if they would nerf those other champions, then there will be so much more diversity in arena meta, and we could start like a new gold rush and come up with new kinds of teams and stuff. So, I mean, I could even say that never mind the usual stuff that I complain about, like Taras and Maritska and Harima, but they should nerf stuff like Necret or Duchess and so on. They don't need to nerf all of those champions to the same degree, but there is a bunch of champions that they could nerf. Let's say like 10 to 15 champions, and if they nerfed those champions to varying degrees, Arena will be so much competitive and interesting. And I do feel like, I get that they kind of they think that it fits them that there's a couple champions that are very good in this game, and everything else sucks, and then players will wail for them and so on. But I think if other champions were viable as well, apart from like 10 to 15 champions out of like, I don't know how many champions it is there in this game, like 1,000 champions or whatever. If there was some, if like Samson could be like a top tier or top tier adjacent, then some people might wail for Samson 10x events and try to go for +4 Samson if they have like +2 Samson or whatever. So I do feel like they have kind of the wrong way to go about this business. I'm not saying that they shouldn't buff champions, but they intentionally never want to nerf champions, and it will be a lot less work for them to fix the arena meta. And I mean, at this rate, it's never gonna be balanced or anything close to it. But if they did actually nerf like 10 to 15 champions, the arena would be much more interesting to everybody. And maybe some of you will disagree with me on this. I'm kind of curious about this, but of course, you don't want to get your champions nerfed. I don't want to get my Duchess nerfed and so on. But if they did nerf a bunch of champions, and they don't have to nerf them all in the like same amount, like some of them will get nerfed more than the others. But I do think that a bunch of champions like even Duchess and Necret should be nerfed, along with the best champions in the game like Taras and Marichka. It will be way better for the like arena meta actually. Even stuff like Python is very good champion, but there is so much better options that he isn't used at all in Classic Arena. Now in Live Arena people are using him a decent amount because they don't have Duchess or Siphi or Marichka, or because maybe in Gold when you can only pick one of the same champion and maybe enemy team picks Duchess and you don't have a Siphi, then maybe your third best option is Python. He will definitely get used, but in Classic Arena he doesn't really get used at all in the top level. He was used for the first couple weeks when he was new, but after that he has basically seen no use. By the way, fun fact, I'm pretty sure I'm the highest ranking, or I'm definitely the highest. Somebody can fact check me, but I'm like 99% sure that I'm the highest ranking player ever to finish with Python, because I have finished rank 2 with him. I think there was a bunch of IPR people who were using him in the first couple of weeks, But I don't think any one of them actually won trophy with Python, but if I'm wrong, then tell it to me in comments. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the highest like placement with him. Anyway, not that it doesn't matter, it's a weird flex, but I will take what I can. I'm coping with the fact that in the current meta I'm finishing like top 100 and top 150 all the time, so I need to think about the good old times a couple months ago when I was actually relevant in arena. So anyway, that's some long rants. I need to take a sip. Is this guy not like letting me win this fight or not? Come on, dude, just let me win. There's no way that he can win with this team. Yeah, I guess we finally ran to the issue that I was complaining before with Samson, that he just doesn't have the damage to finish some teams. And in this fight I have gotten tons of kills, but I just can't kill this Python with Samson. Maybe if I was manualing these fights it could have been better, but I was trying to have fun and look at the Reddit and wait for him to surrender, but I guess he's not gonna do it. Come on. Next turn we will kill the UDK, I hope. Well, probably not actually. Nah, damn, this Python is very hard to kill. And even if he seems very good here, like I said, he actually gets 0 use in Classic Arena. Or like, let's say the upper levels of Classic Arena. And that's not because he's a bad champion at all, he's actually a very good champion. But some of the champions in this game are just super broken and should actually be nerfed. And we know that they intentionally don't want to nerf champions, and they really try to avoid it. And I can kind of respect that design, like decision, that they don't want to like take away the players' progress in this game. But some champions are just unbalanced and kind of destroy the balance in this game, and if they were nerfed, then people will try different things, and like it will just be more competitive and fun for everybody. So if anybody like knows somebody in Plarium that would actually listen your opinion and you agree with me on this one, then try to talk with them about this. I have tried to tell them many times about this, but I'm just a random guy, so they are not gonna listen to me. It is what it is. Come on, dude, can we just finally end this fight? Do we really need to go all the way to 30 minutes? I guess I'll just go back to the Reddit and out of this fight. Well, I guess he does what he does. Nothing I can really do about it, so let's see what else is going on in the Reddit. Okay, these kind of pictures get mocked in my clan all the time. Like, if you post a picture that about the battle, especially if you're like bragging about winning a fight, like he says here, if anyone was sitting on the fence with Supreme Elhen, he doesn't show the time of this fight. He intentionally cropped it out. So, as far as we know, this could be 15-minute fight. So, I don't know about this. I mean, maybe he didn't want to show the names, but yeah. Taking the timestamp off from the battle log is very sus. Even if it was like a 5-minute fight, then you're better off showing the actual time than hiding this, because nobody is gonna trust this picture after you do this. But yeah, I will definitely use him, but I already kind of have a strong impression what I should expect from him. I think it will be better than Tranda or Errol that I tried, but it's very squishy, and it doesn't have ignore defense or any special mechanics. Like, the A3 is kind of interesting because it can kill some targets through Necret protection, but many of the targets you're actually not able to kill it, even if it ignores the Necret effects. Like Rotos, you can't one-shot with it, and Candy will have a whale and you can't actually target it, and so on. So in practice it's not as easy to pull off, but yeah. But I will still try it, and maybe it will become the third nuker that I use. We will see. Oh, nice. Usually when I post threads in the Reddit, they don't do well and I get downvoted. I didn't actually look at this thread. I had no idea that people actually liked it a few times. Usually I get like 40% upvote rate or something. I get more dislikes than likes. But good. Maybe people do like the Samson. And yeah, like Samson, for instance, I'm kind of repeating what I was saying before, but Samson is actually pretty good champion. I think if you buff the Samson, I mean, you kind of could buff him, but I think the better approach would be to nerf other champions, honestly. But yeah, on paper, Samson is pretty good, but the meta is so like broken right now that he would need more damage to actually be relevant, like all of the other like nukers that you actually use in top teams. But yeah. Oh, the Python is kind of getting close to dying. Can we actually finish this fight at some point? I do have refresh amulet on the Samson, so in some situations he might be able to do his AoE nuke like 3 turns in a row if he resets it once with refresh and then he gets it back with his A3, but yeah. Yeah, they won like with 10k points or something. Yeah, I feel for them. I kind of got recently some like small roasting in my clan that I don't do enough CVC points, but I kind of have it too easy nowadays. I don't really have to worry about this, so. But I guess congrats for them for winning this fight. Wait, what's up with this now? Am I actually gonna get loss of this fight because some Plarium bullshit, even though this guy is stalling? Or did he do the bug thing that everybody's talking about, that people DC and... this is so bullshit. Let's wait for this time to run out and then see what happens. Okay, what? So actually the fight isn't ended, but it's just forcing me to log out. Let's let it play out, because if he doesn't control the fight, I think I will win it on the automatic version, yeah. So basically, both of us are disconnected in this fight. I think he DC'd on purpose, and now it made it so that I have to DC as well or something. I didn't look into this, but I heard about this from other people. But I think if I just wait it out in this and full auto, then maybe I will kill his team just with auto. I think so, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a bit... He's a bit griefing me this time, but it's okay. Wait, is this some kind of AI bot? Yeah, I guess Harima is very busted, I agree. I mean, I definitely want to get Harima and get to use her, so it is what it is. I think if they actually nerfed other champions, I think if they just nerfed Harima passive, maybe made it like 30%, or I'm not sure about the exact number, but if they just nerfed her passive a bit, I think that would be fair. Assuming that they nerf other champions as well, because Taras and Maritska and Lockout champions are definitely still more OP than Harima, but if they do nerf those, I think it would be fair to nerf Harima as well. Or like, in ideal scenario, they would definitely nerf her, but all of those need to be nerfed. Do I have to actually quit this fight? I feel like I don't want to quit this fight because I had this fight and I deserve to win this fight, but now let's keep going. It is kind of funny that the battle continues even if he gives me this screen, but this can happen like outside of PvP as well. You can get this in campaign and dungeons, so I'm used to this. Yeah, so both sides are just doing an AI fight at this point. Anyway, this is gonna be an interesting video, but maybe this will also give Parium some inspiration to consider like fixing the bugs that they have in the game. Like, I'm definitely not disconnected because I can see the turns and the fights going on and so on. And sometimes he doesn't do the turn instantly, but it's still forcing me to log out. And it's not like I was griefing or doing anything nefarious or wrong in this fight. So I'm the victim here, not the other way around. So I'm almost thinking if I should just cut this clip out of the video, but now let's leave it there. I'll put the timestamp so you can skip this fight maybe. But yeah, this is the big issue that you can run with Samson, I guess. Okay, I guess it's time to wait. It actually let me continue this fight. I thought that it was forcing me to disconnect. Okay, so I'm still in the fight. Never mind. Let's try to manual it for the last 5 minutes, and maybe we can still end this. Thank God we have at least some kind of time limit, because if there was no time limit, I think some of these people will just leave their computer on and go AFK just to troll me. So I don't think I can really one-shot the Ukko. Maybe I'll just wait for one turn. Yeah. So that I get the double hit from his A2. Yeah, 5 minutes left. Maybe we can still finish this fight. We will see. But yeah, I mean, I have talked about it many times before, and I think everybody who makes content about this has. Oh, damn it, I got polymorphed. But there is million different ways that they could counter this issue. There could be like like, let's say the longer the fight lasts, the more damage you will do, or the less healing your both teams will do. Or maybe everybody will just take damage over time, or there is many different ways to do it, but yeah. The 30-minute timestamp and both losers is kind of the worst possible way to do it, because this actually incentivizes griefing in this game mode. But if they just made it so that everybody starts taking more damage or healing is reduced, I would have won this fight when that kicked in. So definitely I feel like I was the one that should have won this fight, and in all of the metrics I would win it. Or even if they just put it so that whoever does more damage or gets more kills wins the fights. Even that would do, but there is better ways to go about this than that. And this 30-minute time limit and then both loses, this is the worst possible way to do it, but yeah. So half of this video is gonna be this one fight, I guess. But yeah, I assume probably this guy wanted to get on video because he definitely picked his team knowing my team and to counter my team. And then he's also like doing this, so it is what it is. I actually wouldn't have wanted this Ukko to get frozen because I think he takes like 20% less damage or something if he's... Okay, nice. Yeah, if he's frozen he will take less damage, so I actually don't want him to be frozen. But I'm not sure if I have enough time to finish this fight at this point anymore. Even if I am able to one-shot everybody, he can just do the turn slowly and stall the time, so probably not. But let's give it a go until the end. Oh, I'm getting very close, damn it. Wow, that would have been funny if I actually killed the Python there. Well, I mean, I guess he's trying to like troll me, but I mean, I'm doing this for content, so I can take a fight like this. Maybe I will clickbait about this video or make a rant video about this or something. That would be the professional way to handle this as content creator. I could make multiple videos crying about the mechanics and milk some views. Maybe I should do it. I'll have to think about it. Maybe that's the play. I was talking about it in my clan, but I don't know if you... I guess it's not really that political, so I could talk about it. But there was this like funny story recently that there was this rapper called Afroman who had like one very big song like long time ago, and he's not really had many hit songs after that. But basically in US, like police did some kind of like BS raid on his house, and they like destroyed his property and whatever, and he actually didn't do anything wrong and they didn't have any actual reason to do it. And then he made like multiple music videos about it, and he was using the camera footage of the police like destroying his house, and he used that in music videos, and he just kept milking the bad situation that happened to him. But yeah, I think that was a good life lesson that I got from that news story, that you need to make most of what you get. So maybe I will make a rant video about that fight and try get me some views. We will see. But yeah, I'm sure some of you heard about that Afroman story, but to me that was kind of inspirational. I did like the way that he handled the situation. Like, I guess I'm gonna cry about it. He didn't really cry about it, he just started like making money out of the police raid, so I do respect that a lot. Maybe we can get some actual fights finally. Was that the second fight or the third fight? I have barely gotten any fights in and we're almost done with the live arena. This team is gonna be very hard for me to kill. I mean, assuming that he bans the Rotos, but I think he will definitely ban him, so... If I pick Ukko, then he might ban Ukko as well, so... Maybe the play is to go with both of them. I mean... let's see what he picks. I mean, I guess I could even go with... Actually, this is kind of interesting. Let's see what he does. If I pick Madame Serris as my last champion, what is he gonna ban? Like, he's not gonna ban Ukko or Serris. Probably he will ban Duchess or Rotos. But maybe I will go with that team. It would be kind of funny against this guy. Using this kind of like super starly like BS team against me, so... I hate this team so much. Yeah. Fuck it, let's go with... Is it time to pull the Madame series? I'm sure he hasn't seen this before. Let's see how this goes. He doesn't like have a lot of polymorph, or I guess he has a little bit, but it's like low level polymorphs and not everybody in his team is in it, so I think this is the best thing that I can do. Yeah, I think with defense down, Samson definitely has enough damage to kill them, but we can also remove the shields and remove the defense buffs, so let's see how this goes. If I win this fight, I will definitely put Madame Serris in the thumbnail. Even if I don't use him in any other fights, I'm definitely gonna put it in. Yeah. I'll put Madame Serris in thumbnail and then I'll make... damn it. And then I'll make another video complaining about the other fight and I'll go for the maximum clickbait like possible. Do I want to put the defense down? Maybe I will save it for like one turn. Yeah, let's save it for one turn. Because the Samson is sleeped, so I'll do it the next turn. I hope it wasn't a mistake, but I don't think... Is he gonna kill the Madame Serris? Maybe I made a mistake there. Okay, no. Yeah. Definitely going with the double buff strip was the choice here. I could have used Ramantu as well, but I don't think my Ramantu was geared, so... But yeah, I actually had this series geared for a while now, and I've been thinking about using her since the start, but there just hasn't been situations where I thought about using her, but you have probably seen in my videos that she has been geared and she had the champion tag. By the way, what happened there, if you wonder that they don't have block buffs, but why did Valkyrie not put shields on anybody? Well, it's the same thing as with Frostbite and Polymorph, that she actually got interrupted with her skill, and that's why nobody got the shields. I did mention this mechanic in my like Frostbite and Polymorph videos, but yeah, this is one of the reasons why that mechanic is so powerful. And that's how I was able to do so well back in the day with my like team that was half epics like Vogot and Rector, and the Frostbite just can be very painful at times. And Valkyrie actually used to be meta in offense, but it is kind of long time ago, but back then it was all about speed teams and like Warlord and Hegemon, and Valkyrie was one of those ways that you could try to outspeed the enemy team with her passive, so... maybe we're still losing this fight, but at least we tried. The Siphi sleeps just can be so like devastating for the nuker. Damn it, if I had like one turn less cooldown on this, we could be kind of good. Should I try to... Oh, nice. So we got the refresh proc here. He's gonna get mad. The Sif is definitely gonna die now. Yeah, so this Samson does have refresh amulet, and now we can do 2 extra turns in a row and do his A2, and we're gonna get another Samson, like Samson devastation or whatever I put in the thumbnail. Get owned by Samson. I have to post this in my clan Discord because they are gonna find this fight funny. That I'm using Madame Serris and actually winning with that stuff. Sometimes when I'm doing this kind of off-meta picks, they're telling me that I'm griefing in live arena, so let's show it to them. Okay, this guy, probably it's gonna be like Taras, Maritska and Harima, so this is gonna be instant lose. But I definitely have to use Ukko against this guy. I'm thinking, is there other like RNG ways that I can try to finish him, but I don't think there is. I think I will definitely use Ukko, but yeah. I mean, he knows that I'm gonna use Rotos, so let's just show it. I'll save the Ukko later so that he doesn't necessarily know that I'm gonna use him, but I will definitely pick Ukko. Maybe I will go with Mortu in this fight and try to RNC it with like Mortu passive. Because there's no way that I can win against his champions any normal way, so... But yeah, I guess we've had pretty like weird fights today. Like we had the one fight that took 30 minutes, and we had the one fight where I was using Madame Serris, and now we have like a guy that has way too good account for me, so this is not gonna be the average video, I think. He's trolling me, okay. He's going easy on me to like own me with his like Skull Lord or whatever. I should definitely pick Necros, but he's also gonna ban him, so let's take that in mind. And Guardian is of course not gonna do anything here, so... Samson might actually be a good pick against this team now as well, since he's going easy against me. I hope you guys are still having fun in the live arena though. I'm kind of afraid that it will kind of die out soon, but hopefully not. I think if they actually do make some, like... Okay, what is he going to do? He's going easy on me, I don't think I can really ban his Initve. Okay, he's just letting me win. Surely I will win this fight, right? But okay, I'm not gonna ban the Initve because that will be kind of lame. Let's just go with Samson. But yeah, I hope they make some changes to this format. And if they do, then I think this could like last longer and even maybe make the game bigger or make more people that play the game interested about PvP. But I think if they just leave it like this and don't do multiple like changes to this, it will die. So I hope that they actually plan to invest in the live arena and just not just release it and then ignore it and like dump it. So we will see. But they were saying last year that it was gonna be the year of the PvP, and I guess it was in one way, but not really in the intended way. But maybe if this year is the year of the PvP, then maybe they will plan to like focus on this and do some updates and adjustments. The seasonal champions or rules in this is something that I would really want to see. Something like in 1 week you can only use demon spawn, or you can only use epics, or they could put all kinds of different rules in this game. Or maybe only use fusions or whatever. Those could be very fun actually. Yeah, I think starting an event that you can only use fusion champions could be very fun. Or maybe like fusions and guaranteed champions. But yeah, I feel kind of bad. He's going easy on me. I mean, there's no way I can lose this fight now because he picked a bad team on purpose. And I kind of picked my best team because, yeah. I was tryharding this fight and trying to theory craft that how can I defeat a player that has like is faster and has better champions, and then he goes with like Skull Lord and Brockney and Initve against me, so. I guess we will gain points that we lost in that one fight that lasted 30 minutes from this fight, so we will take what we can. Is it gonna be a nuke Skull Lord? That would be kind of funny. Okay, he's... Never mind, he's just trolling. Yeah, I didn't want to ban his Init because he only picked one nuker, but... Then it... I was kind of half expecting that am I gonna see like nuke Kaimar or nuke like Skull Lord or something. Even if he had those, I don't think there was any way that he could win, but... I was thinking that maybe he's trying something, but I guess not. I don't think there's anything else going on in the Reddit. Sometimes it's a lot more lively and sometimes it's not. No, actually there is a bunch of posts. A bunch of posts with like no comments, but yeah. Let's see if there's anything interesting. I would definitely just focus on faction wars in the start of the game, and maybe normal Doom Tower, because, and of course clan boss, those are the most important things. Then you can get a lot of rewards. How is that even written? Okay. with T. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of because our language is very different. I can't really always tell how the words are like written from the pronunciation. So in Finnish, everything is always spelled the exact same. So if I if I pronounce one letter, or if I pronounce one word, I will pronounce the word exactly like I would pronounce all of the letters individually. So there's never any confusion. How do you pronounce things? It's always the same. But in English it's not, and it's very confusing to me at times, because many of these words I have never actually seen anybody use in real life, so I'm not really sure how to spell maximize. So okay, fuck this. I'll go with UDK as well. This is gonna be it, I think. If he picks Lockout as the last champion, I'm gonna be in trouble. But if it's a Reviver or something else, then I should be okay. I will ban his Charge It if it's not a Lockout, and he will ban my UDK, so... Of course it's a Lockout. Then I'm kind of... I don't have 2 Revivers in Stone Skin, so I'm not gonna be able to deal with this team, I don't think. Well, we will see, but no way, because it will take me many turns to get through the UDK protection. And he will kill my team in a couple turns with Charge It, so... No way I can win this fight. Well, maybe if Ukko can do some work, I guess there's a small chance. Let's see what you can do, Ukko. Almost good. If I got the Charge It as well, then that would have been pretty nice, but... Or I mean, I would have had to get the Stone Skin from UDK anyway, because I'm not gonna get anything done, but yeah. They just use the A3 so that I don't lose all of the buffs, but I guess it doesn't matter anyway, but maybe I can keep the whale for 1 turn longer. So here was the thing that some people were asking in my UDK video, that why do I recommend to build him in reaction? And that's one of the situations, like this Charge does ignore Stone Skin, but wasn't able to do any damage with his single target skill that basically one-shots anything and ignores Stone Skin, because it was still redirected to UDK and he was in reaction and in very slow build, so it is very relevant actually to build him in reaction. You want to do it if you can, even if he's in 6-piece Stone Skin. And this isn't the only situation where it's good. Overall, you will just take less damage through it as well, so... Yeah, Charge It is like something that nobody can take his damage. The damage is just off the charts. It's by far the highest damage dealing champion in the game, and it's not even close, so... Yeah, the sheep was kind of unfortunate, but I had to gamble with Ukko. It was the only way that I would have like very small chance to win against this team. But at least we tried and we didn't surrender from the start. Yeah, even if he gets a turn, he has attack down, so it wouldn't have killed the UDK. But if he didn't have attack down, this looks kind of low HP, so I might have been able to kill it. I'm not sure exactly, but maybe. But yeah, he can just shred it with his A1, so Roto's passive doesn't really help against him. Wait, I want to see how many What's the win-loss ratio today? I guess it's negative, right? Yeah, I guess it's 50-50, but that one fight, this fight I definitely did win, but it is what it is. Yeah, this team was way too good, and this team, maybe I made a mistake, like, I was stalking the entire fight, but I thought I would win this, but his fast team kind of owned me. Maybe I could have won this fight though. Okay, let's see if there's anything else going on. Okay, this is kind of interesting topic. We can talk about this. Ah, Taras. God damn it. He doesn't have any polymorph in the team, so I will definitely go with Ukko. I could... do I want to use Kala? Nah, probably not. I guess I'll go with the Samson again. I'm not really sure if Samson can really make a big dent on the Taras though, but maybe if he doesn't pick a Warlord I can ban the Taras, we shall see. Ah, of course, yes. Warlord. And he's gonna pound my team very hard because I can't... he's gonna have the Kaimar and he's gonna do double like AoE nukes. Let's go with the revive on death. Yeah. So we have this 10x event coming up today, I guess. Yeah, it's today. It's actually pretty good event, I think. It kind of I was almost wasting his time. I definitely never do that. So yeah, we have a 10x event, and there's a couple of good champions. I would say that, of course, maybe somebody wants Royal Guard, Husk, or Magnar. All of those epics are kind of okay, but wait. Who do I want to kill first? Let's kill the Kaimor actually. Maybe I should have used the revive on that. Maybe that was a mistake. Ah, that was kind of unlucky, I guess. It got removed with his mastery. That wasn't as much as damage as I was expecting. I don't think this guy has very insane gear because this Duchess also kind of looks low HP, so I will kill it easily. Okay, it was very low defense as well, I guess. Should I go for the Taras? I definitely can't one-shot him or even two-shot him, but let's hit Taras because if Samson gets a turn... Okay, I guess this guy has like not very good gear. These others are low HP, so as long as Samson gets a turn, he will do a double hit and he will definitely kill that Taras, but yeah. My voice is totally dying from making too many videos. Anyway, let's quickly look at the Reddit thread so we are uninterrupted. But basically, the epics are good. If you want them, it might be even worth going for the epics, because it's much easier to get the epics. But if we talk about the actual like in-game arena, I would say that in the current meta, Tranda is maybe like a C tier nuker. He's usable if you don't have better options, but not something that people will use if they have better options. Now, Heprak and Gandalfron, I would say that they are like A tier nukers, and they are pretty like top of the A tier nukers. Both of them are very good in live arena, and might be something that you could consider like pulling for. And of course, Georgid is the highest damage dealing champion in the game, so probably many people will pull for this. But overall, I think this is a pretty good event, and kind of I guess we have Royal Guard and Husk, but basically it's a bunch of pretty good champions, and maybe it's like live arena and Hydra champions or something. But yeah, I would consider pulling for all of these champions if you really want to. I mean, Gandalfron and Heprak definitely aren't the best champions that you can get from Ancients or Sacreds, but they are up there. Like, the only ones that are better is like Harima and Duchess, and I would probably maybe Kaimar. Maybe Kaimar is in the same tier. Yeah, I would say that only better champions that you can pull from non-voids is Harima or Duchess, and that's about it. So, and yeah, I think if you really want these champions, I would consider this event. And here I actually have a picture from my clan Discord. I know that many CCs have made a video about this anyway, so I can't get the picture larger. Wait, can I get it like this? Yeah, so you have seen this picture probably before as well, but actually the 2x events are not as good on paper as they sound because of the pity system. So I think like if this is 2x event and this is okay, wrong way around. Yeah, I was thinking what I'm thinking. Yeah, so if this is no 2x and this is 2x, so it's not that much apart from each other, and it's definitely not like double the champions or legendaries that you get in 2x events. So it might be worth considering pulling only for like top tier arena champions, because most of the champions are like not relevant in the game. So personally, I only pull for Harima and Rotos in non-voids, but those two, like the Gandalfron and Heprak, are very good options as well. So I would consider them, and many people might want to get the Georgid, so he's definitely worth pulling for. We're meeting a lot of opponents today that have much higher ranking than me, which is kind of interesting. Not really meeting any easy fights. Yeah, I don't know why, but sometimes my voice is cracking pretty hard, so maybe I'll need to look it up if there's something that I can do before the videos, because I'm not used to talking 2 hours in a row, so sometimes my voice just dies. Maybe this is another fight that we pull out the Madame Serris. Maybe it's time to do this. Maybe if I can win this fight, then I'll definitely use it in thumbnail. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll go with Madame Serris. Fuck it. Yeah, let's see how he thinks about this. Valkyrie is definitely becoming very popular in live arena. I was actually suggesting a couple people to use it who had a very fast Siphi. And now I'm seeing other people use it a lot more as well. But this combination used to be like a meta defense in arena back in the day. Usually you would have like Kaimar or Tormin as the, or Siphi, or Rotos as the third one. But you will see this combination a lot. Okay, so he's going like full defense snooker team. I mean, I could just ban the Soulless and he will have very hard time killing my team. Except that I don't have 2 tanky revivers, so if he bans the Duchess, I don't have any healing in my team, and let's go with the Samson, yeah. Maybe the Serris wasn't the right choice, we shall see. If she can get a buff strip, and she is in Stone Skin, it can still be pretty good, so... should I ban the Siphi, actually? Yeah, let's ban the Siphi. This will be kind of interesting. But yeah, I think the Siphi Valkyrie is very good combination actually to pick in live arena. And you can follow this up with many kinds of teams. You can make a speed team, or you can pick like Harima or Rotos around this. I think it's a very good 2 champions to pick at the start of the fight in live arena. I'm not really sure how this fight goes, but I think I should have a chance, surely. No, I should definitely win this. What am I even saying? It might take me a while to actually do damage because of the Stone Skin, but unless I get polymorphed here, I should definitely be able to kill his team. Right? This is kind of uncharted territory. Like, I'm sure there has never been a fight with these champions in live arena because Soulless isn't that popular and Serris definitely isn't popular, and so is Samson. So, but yeah, I think I'm good in this fight, surely. Yeah, the UDK is issue, but with defense down, Samson is gonna do damage. I don't think he can one-shot the Necret, but he will still do a good amount of damage with defense down. This was kind of close. Maybe I should have used the crit damage buff there, actually. It is so different if you actually have defense down on the enemies, so... That's why back in the days, you could run many nukers that you can't run nowadays, and it's very different. You need something like Georgit or Rotos and so on. But yeah, this, like I said before, I have had this Serris gear for a while, and it's a pocket pick that I have been thinking that will be sometimes relevant in live arena, and I think this fight is a good example. It was a great pick against him because I get the defense down on him as well, and he loses the shields and a lot of pressure from his team. Yeah, I think on Samson's next turn he's gonna destroy his team if he gets a turn. Okay, yeah, this fight I will definitely pat myself on the back that I did pick the right team. Even if I do lose this, I made the right choice in my team against him. And he could have, of course, banned Samson, but then I would have had Ukko, so... I was kind of expecting him to ban the Ukko. I think I can still recover from this. But I can't sustain myself indefinitely because this is the... like Stone Skin Duchess and not a Bolster Duchess, and I don't really have any heals in this team. I don't think this Madame Serris has her... maybe I'm still losing this fight. I did give it a good try, though. Maybe if I did A3 at the start of the fight and it would have killed the Necret, then the Larios, I mean the Soulless would have died as well, and I would have been good. Yeah, I guess it's over at this point. Yeah, the UDK is just so powerful against my Protoss. It was very close. If my Samson had a bit better gear, if he had a cruel 2-piece, or if he's gonna put the shields after this, but I'll still use the A3. Yeah, if I used the A3, maybe I would have killed Nakarada at the start, and maybe I would have finished the fight. I was, I guess, kind of forgetting to like, I was underestimating how powerful the decreased defense is. And of course, maybe if I, or definitely if I got the stone skin out of the UDK, then I would have won. So it was kind of up to the chance during this fight. But I definitely could have won with this pick, and I think I chose the right team against him. Let's go with the Bolster Duchess as first pick, because she does have a high level polymorph, so maybe I can try to counter this Ukko a bit. Yeah, and like I said, if I'm using Samson and Rotos most of the fights, and not Initve, then the Bolster Duchess is actually better than the fast one. Yeah, I'll go with the Samson again. Is it time to pull out the Madame Serris once more? He only has Ukko in polymorph. I am kind of tempted to go with the Madame Serris again. Not just for video and to clickbait, but actually I think it might be a good choice here. I'm definitely not past clickbaiting, but okay. Should I still pick UDK? Yeah, I'll definitely pick UDK. Fuck that, no clickbait this time. I mean, he's probably gonna ban the UDK, either him or Ukko, but probably still UDK, I think. Okay, nice. It's kind of funny because usually everybody's always using UDK against me, and I'm not sure if it has ever been this way around, that enemy has Rotos and no UDK, and my team has UDK. I'm kind of getting to live the fantasy of like the opposite side of the pain that I experience every fight, so. The Ukko can definitely destroy us with his stuns, but other than that, I think this matchup is pretty good for me. Nice. Yeah, that was like good choice to pick this Bolster Duchess with polymorph as the first champion, so that she does that. Maybe this is one of those times that I will go with the A3, because... No, actually, let's go with the A2. The Ukko is kind of low HP. I think maybe I can one-shot him, but I'm not sure. Maybe if it's... Yeah, probably it wouldn't have died even if I used the A3. Maybe it has like a defense chest or gloves, because the HP looks kind of low, but I think probably he has decent amount of defense. Or maybe I just didn't proc Helm Smasher. I don't know. Let's go with the A2. Let's get rid of the bone armor. I do have the attack debuff on me, so I definitely can't one-shot the Duchess, but... can I kill the Harima? Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, good. Yeah, Harima is low HP. That's the issue with Harima Nuke, that if enemy is not using a force, magic affinity champion, if he's just using something that doesn't rely on ignore defense or doesn't weak hit on him, if you build Harima as Nuker and it doesn't have Necret protection, it is actually very easy to kill. Even though otherwise it adds insane amount of damage reduction on your tanky revivers, but she is so low HP that she is still gonna be very easy to kill for many teams. Not all of the teams, not for Rotos always, but if enemy has like charge it or anything, then it's always a one shot. So that's why even though it's very good in live arena to use him in nuke build, and it's partly because you can kind of know the enemy team and try to counter it, but in classic arena it's like harder to use him in a full nuke build. I think if I do get Harima, I will probably try him in classic arena in a nuke build, but I will have Necret protect him, and maybe I'll just leave Rotos unprotected. I would at least try a team like that. It's definitely for now my most wanted non-void champion, so I do hope to get it sometime soon. And I'll definitely pull for every Harima 10x that we get. I did pull for the first one as well. Yeah, it was kind of a slow fight, but I think this matchup was pretty good for us. I almost honestly forgot about the Madame Serris. Like, I wasn't starting this video thinking that I'm gonna put Serris in the thumbnail and clickbait with her. But it was something that I geared a long time ago and I was planning to use if I find the right matchup. But yeah, it just found its way naturally. I swear it wasn't my actual plan. I didn't think so far ahead this time. Only 2.5k points away from Quintus. I'm gonna get it anytime soon in the next couple of years. Yeah, since we're using the Samson a lot today, let's go with the same strategy. Was there anything else interesting going on in the Reddit? I think I pretty much read everything, I guess. One thing I have noticed that there isn't that much arena posts in the Reddit. It's usually like PvE content and hardly any arena discussions. That doesn't really tell me a lot about his team. I'm kind of just picking one champion randomly because I can't really decide what third champion I want to go with. Let's go with Necret this time. Oh, again it's Crew Traxa. I have seen this, I think it was picked, yeah, it was picked one time today earlier and I actually lost to that team. It is definitely a very good matchup against my Rotos because he's likely gonna ban the Necret. Should I go with either Cardial or Ukko, but let's go with Ukko. Ukko and Samson, yeah. Should I go with Serris? Nah, not in this fight. You might think that I'm picking her for clickbait, but it's not what I was doing. Wait, he only picked one nuker. I kind of don't want to fight against Crew Traxa, but I will be such a douche if I ban the only nuker in his team. It's gonna take me forever to get through his protection, but let's ban the Duchess. This fight would have been very easy if I banned the Crew Traxa, but I think I can't. I think I'm gonna lose this. I don't think I can kill his team in enough time, and I don't really have a lot of healing in my team. But the Crew Traxa is definitely gonna kill my team in a few turns, and I'm not able to hit it like at the start of the fight. So, but he doesn't have the attack buff, so yeah, it's still not gonna be enough. I don't have any heals in my team, so his team is looking pretty tanky, so yeah, barely destroyed the shields on them. I don't know. I'm not really a fan about that Crew Traxa pick. I really wanted to ban it, but he didn't pick any other nukers, so I should have just banned it and maybe took the free win, I guess. Anyway, it's not a big deal, like, getting win this is gonna take months, so one intentional or like loss because of like wrong choices is not gonna make any difference. Maybe I should have picked the Cardial actually instead of Necrot. The Crew Traxa is definitely gonna shred through my champions. Only way I can really counter it is with like revives or like revive on death. But the actual damage mitigation doesn't really do much against him. So yeah, Necrot was wrong choice in this fight. If I just got to hit the Crew Traxa I would be fine, but I'm not getting to hit her at all. So yeah, I guess that's it for the fight. Well, Siphi is kind of looking low HP. Maybe I can kill her, but the Necrot is not gonna die anytime soon, so I don't think it's gonna be enough. Ah, I didn't even kill the Siphi. I guess we got time for one more fight. 10 games. Yeah, okay, let's use it. Ah, Warlord as second pick. I wonder, so far it's only been one guy that picked 2 lockouts against me, but I think it would actually kind of work against me, as long as it's not the first 2 picks that he does. funny. I actually just noticed that the guy that I had very long fight was commenting about it. Let's see what he has to say. Wait, what do I want to pick? UDK could be very good against him, especially if he picks Rotos as the last one. I could go with Initve and... Actually, yeah, let's go with Initve and Cardiel in this fight. Can I just show that one comment? Yeah, let's ban the Warlord. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm kind of trolling him and wasting his time looking at the other screen. Let's read it after this fight. Yeah, okay, this went exactly like... Oh, okay, never mind, he banned the Initve. I was thinking that I'll one-shot his... I one-shot his candy with Initve, but I guess he didn't ban it. I was kind of not expecting him to ban Initve, because this is also a very nice combination if I can like spam the Ukko A1s with Cardiel ally attack. I think my team is gonna be pretty tanky in this way. It's gonna be very tanky actually, so... I basically have triple revives, but I also have tons of CC and heals, so... I think I should be good in this fight. I mean, Protoss can definitely destroy me if he gets like popping, but I think I'm good. Yeah, no way I can one-shot him, so I'm just gonna go with A2. Maybe well, it did more damage than I was expecting, but maybe it still wouldn't have died. Sometimes it's kind of hard to guess, because some people have much better gear than others, so... Sometimes I overestimate people's gear, but it's fine. Definitely do buy all of the bolster forge passes. Even if you're like low spender. The only thing, if you don't buy anything in this game, even over like the monthly game back, I will buy the bolster forge passes. Those are so good for any kind of arena content. Not just the arena content, you can, because it does heal your team, so you can even use the same set on Hydra. And let's say that I'm using a slow bolster, but let's say you want to build a fast bolster Duchess for live arena, which would totally be a good choice. Then you can use the same build in Hydra as well, and every PvE content in this game. Okay, I'm getting kind of close. Am I still gonna lose this fight? Both of my revivers are like dangerously low HP. I was hoping that this would be easier. Never mind, I guess I'm good. That polymorph is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, it's kind of I don't really want to hit the Rotos because he's gonna get the extra turn, but I guess he's gonna get it anyway, so let's go for it. Maybe I also get the extra turn. No. If I did, it would have been great. Come on, let's get a fear. No. But it's fine, it's fine. The Python is gonna revive, so maybe I should have hit it, but I wanted to get like kill the Rotos, even if he's gonna get revived, but he's gonna lose his turn meter, and I'll remove some threats until I can get this Ukko out of polymorph and make sure that my team is safe. And definitely Cardiel is gonna heal the team a lot if he just gets a couple turns, so I should be able to recover. Wait, how much? I guess I can one-shot him, right? No? Let's kill the candy instead. Nope. Oh, fuck. Maybe I screwed myself over there. Should I just do the A1 instead of the A2? No, let's go with the A2. At least it's gonna kill the candy. Yeah. Or not kill it, okay? Well, that's basically the same thing. Yeah, let's just finish him off. Maybe Python could otherwise cleanse him or something. Fuck, he's gonna kill my Rotos. This is actually kind of looking bad. I might still lose this fight. No? Okay. I'm not sure why he went for the Duchess. He should have just killed the Rotos so that he doesn't get a turn. Well, mistakes happen. I definitely have made my share of them as well, so... It is still kind of looking bad for me. Nice. Swift parry for the win. Haven't gotten any Frostbite procs sadly, but... Oh, and he can't one-shot the Rotos because it doesn't have any buffs, which is very good. I think, yeah, let's kill the Rotos. The tanky Python is definitely cocking my team pretty hard. Now I think the... Oh yeah, Duchess goes first. Maybe if Duchess can put the whale up, then I will be good. Okay, he can. Nice. Let's actually give Rotos the attack buff and not revive yet. Maybe I will regret this, but let's see. Okay, I'm good. Okay, come on, just... Don't weak hit now and I should be fine. No weak hit. Definitely would have died if it wasn't a weak hit. Yeah, this was very hectic fight. This didn't go as planned at all. Yeah, let's get rid of the Rotos. No turn for you. The Cardiel heals are just very solid. He's doing a lot of work. I've been talking about it before, but I really want to get, like, of course for other reasons as well, but I want to get Harima, and I think Harima and Cardiel combination could be very annoying for the enemies, because one issue that I have with Cardiel is that he does a lot for the team, and he's very good, but if enemy has something like Baron or Georgid, they will always one-shot this Cardiel. But if he was able to survive their nukes, I think he could be like kind of top tier in arena or like usable. I mean, I have used him, so he's definitely usable, but he could be more relevant. But the only way I can really do that is with Cardiel passive. Then Barons and Georgid wouldn't be able to one-shot him in this build, so... And of course there is a very limited amount of champions that you can have in your team, so it will be kind of tricky, and I have to like lose a Necret or dodges to do it, but I will definitely try it. Okay, I guess this was very hard and close fight, but we did win in the end. It wasn't easy though, and we easily could have lost this fight. Okay, let's see what the guy that we fought earlier has to say. Hey Shinny, I just had a 30-minute fight against you. I was terrified the whole match because you were getting so close to killing my reviver. I'm kind of annoyed though. I know I didn't have attack up, but my Blood Court's attacks were seriously ticking all of your champions. Would really like to know if it was just Dutch's passive doing that, or did I miss something? Well, it isn't like, of course, it was the fight that the 30-minute fight. Do we have it? Yeah, this fight. So he didn't have attack buff in the team like he mentioned, and everybody in my team is very tanky. Like the lowest HP champion in this team, I think, is the Cardiel. We can actually look at it, and I knew from testing Blood Courts myself that if he had the attack buff, then he might have been able to kill my Cardiel, but nobody L7 in that team with his A3. But without attack buff, he could not even one-shot this one. So the Blood Courts was basically no threat against my team in that fight. So yeah. And of course, Dutch's passive doesn't actually work against the Blood Courts A3, but he probably forgot about that because it is a single target skill. But yeah, Blood Courts just doesn't have very high multipliers. I really wanted to use him and make him work, but I think he has like 3.6 multiplier on his ignore defense or something. Yeah, 3.6. It's kind of what they did with Initve, that the revive on death is so powerful, and they are very afraid of it, that all of the champions with revive on death are like very weak and don't do any damage. So, which is kind of funny considering that there is other insanely overpowered champions in this game. But I guess we did have the Rotos, so they don't want to repeat it, I guess. I think Blood Courts has been in the game before Rotos actually though. I think it was from the start, but I could recall wrong because it's years ago. But yeah, pretty sure he was in the game from the start. But yeah, I did a lot of testing with Blood Courts. I mean, I have done it multiple times, and I knew that he wasn't gonna do enough damage. My Blood Courts did around 90k to 120k damage with attack buff in this build, depending on enemy masteries. But that's like not... That's like... even the 90 to 120k damage, that's when the enemy doesn't have like Ursuka passive or Python passive or anything like that. That's just the raw damage minus like masteries, so... Yeah, that's about it. I knew that the Blood Course wasn't gonna be able to kill me in that fight, but my Samson kind of got close, but he also didn't have enough damage, so it is what it is. This is, by the way, the Samson build if anybody's curious. And here is my Serris build. I didn't really put too much thought into it, but I was planning to do epic only Blood Push, and I've been thinking about it for a few months, but I don't want to try it if I don't actually succeed in it. But this was kind of the build that I was gonna use in my defense team if I use epics only. And I kind of knew that it would probably work in live arena with this build as well, so I was planning to use it for a while. But anyway, that's it for the video today, and see you next time.